Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So, my man, Zhilei Zhang will be in action here in a few days. What is this? September 30th. I was just looking around, trying to look at some heavyweights like I always do, just see who's going to be in action here. And some of the guys that aren't known, you know, not the Klitschko's and Furies and Joshua's, but just some of the guys that are prospect level guys. Just trying to see, you know, what's up with some of these guys. And I see he will be fighting September 30th against, I forgot the opponent already. Let me look at the opponent. GOGITA. And I've heard of him because I've seen him get beat in the first round versus the German prospect, Tom Schwartz. They were fighting for that WBO youth heavyweight title. And GORGILADZE, I know that he spent a lot of time at cruiserweight. Pretty young guy. He's not an old fighter by any means. I think he's just too small. He likes to get short. He likes to get close because he's a shorter fighter. He likes to get close, get in your chest. Likes to work combinations. I think Zhilei should win this fight. It's scheduled for 8 rounds. It may go the full 8 rounds. I don't think Zhilei is a huge knockout puncher. I do think he has decent power, but not a huge knockout puncher. He's 11-0 with 7 knockouts to his credit. No losses, no draws. I will say, and I've said this before, that I think the Juan Good fight was very debatable. I think that fight could have went either way. If you probably would have edged Juan Good. He did get the knockdown on Zhilei, man. So I thought that fight was debatable. But besides that, and then he hit there was one fight that was on ESPN a while ago where Zhilei hit the guy in his arm and the dude went down, just went down, and the ref waved the fight. It's kind of an odd knockout win, but Zhilei, as we know, he very good amateur. You know, he's 6'6", 250 pounds, man. So, you know, he's a big guy with some good skills. 2008 silver medalist in the Olympics, and then he was in the 2012 Olympic Games. Did not medal, but he still made it to the games. So he has fought some of the best in the world at the amateur level. He's fought Roberto Camarelli a few times. We know Camarelli has won a handful of medals throughout the last decade of the Olympics. He's also fought Anthony Joshua, Olanier Solis. He's fought Tsar Glazkov a few times. So he's a well-experienced fighter, albeit at the amateur level, but against top amateur level international experience. RocNation fighter. You know, I've seen him on the Andre Ward undercard. I believe it was the Alexander Brand fight, or it could have been I think it was the Brand fight that he was on the undercard. Maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was the Barrera fight. But I know RocNation, you know, they'll put some of their heavyweights on some of those RocNation undercards. Darmani Rock is another one they have. Ed Lattimore, who just lost to Trey Lippy Morrison. He was another one of the RocNation heavyweights. They have a few. I believe Zhilei is still with RocNation, but I remember his name being thrown in. If you guys remember about 4 or 5 months ago, if you type it into YouTube, you'll see the video that I did where Eddie Hearn, if you type in Joshua and Zhilei and type Mr. Boxing Today 2 in the search box, that video should pop up. I did a video because Eddie Hearn was talking about possibly fighting Zhilei. We know Joshua and Zhilei have fought before. Zhilei's a big guy, and they were talking about having that fight in China possibly. So that was 4 or 5 months ago, you know, and since then I haven't heard his name be paired with Joshua. I haven't heard Hearn say anything about him since then. But Zhilei, you know, only a few of his fights have been in China. I think this would be his second fight in China. Rather than that, the rest of his fights have been here in America. He's only fought 11 times. 9 of them have been here in the U.S. So if he gets, you know, I expect him to get this win. And after that, hopefully he can get his career moving along as far as landing a significant fight, maybe like a Dominic Brazil or maybe a Joey DeWeco or just somebody, man, Fred Cassie, somebody at that level, you know, then probably after that, you know, possibly get top 15 ranking and fight a Gerald Washington or Dillian White, somebody, man, because he's in his 30s now, man. You know, he's in his 30s, so I'm sure he wants to see what he can do as far as this landscape of heavyweights, man. If he wants a title shot, then he needs to really start you know, take these type of fights that he's going to take here in a few days. But then after that, man, really step up and at least fight, like I said, the guys that I just named to see where he's going to be at. Because even if, you know, I heard Hearn talking about him a few months, but to fight Joshua, man, I think you at least have to beat somebody of significance before you get that type of title shot. Just my opinion, man. I'm out.